Hi, it's Will from stormthecastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as what? Epic Fantasy, that's right. And this is my latest tutorial. This is how to make the steel sword from Skyrim. Fun project, easy to do. I give you the template, which makes it very easy for you to make. You can have this done in no time, and you don't need a whole lot of supplies. 3 sheets of foam board, some paint and some glue, and the template. And that's it. A couple of techniques we use here is this is kind of neat, because the fuller or the blood groove is actually cut out. I'll show you how to do that. I'll show you how to do this nice painting job. We use dry brushing. If you watch my videos, you know how to do this. And a neat little technique where we cut away the top layer of foam board, of paper on the foam board to give this nice scroll work kind of pattern. So a fun, easy project. If you're a fan of Skyrim, you might want to do this steel sword. And I'm thinking about doing the steel greatsword too. Leave a comment. Let me know if you would like me to do that. Thanks for watching my videos. If you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing. If not, hit that button. Dioramas, origami, catapults, and trebuchets, telescopes, terrariums, bonsai trees, and paper games, swords and shields, and real blacksmithing, model boxes, animation. I teach the art of real creation. StormTheCastle.com. Let's make something. Alright, print up the template. The link is in the description of this video down below. And cut out parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. That makes up the main section of the blade. I guess you could call it the profile of the blade. And then tape those template parts together like this. Make it nice and straight. You don't want your sword to be crooked. Now you need 3 sheets of foam board. Place that template on the foam board diagonally like this. I've designed it so it fits on a sheet of foam board, as we're getting the maximum use out of it we can get. And then trace it out and do this 3 times. We want 3 of them. For 2 of them, also trace the fuller like this by pressing down hard on the template, because then when you remove that template, you can see the indent in the foam board and you can trace it. And only do this for 2 of them. You only need 2. And if you want that fuller to be nice and straight, use a ruler to draw over those indents. So now you've got cut those pieces out. You've got 3 blade pieces. And cut out the 2 fullers, also commonly referred to as the blood groove. Easy project. You're going to have this done in no time, and it looks really good. So now let's glue that stack together. You start with a fullered piece, put the full piece on it, then glue the final fullered piece on like this. And see, now you have that wonderful look where the fuller actually has depth to it. And that's it. The sword, main section of the sword is built. Now, because you've assembled several pieces together, you should use a little bit of sandpaper to smooth out the edges. Make them look like one. That is optional. So now let's do the guard. We follow a similar technique. Place the template on foam board and with a pencil depress over all the lines to cause an indent in the foam board. And then you remove that template and you can see those indents, draw them all out. And you're going to make 2 of these. Color and darken in the sections that I have darkened in on the template. This makes it easier for you to make. And then cut all those darkened sections out like this. And then pluck out the top layer of paper. Really nice. And here, let's take a look. See how it looks? Looks good. Then cut those pieces out. Those 2 pieces. And glue them to your sword. One on the top. Flip it over and do 1 on the bottom. Now the pommel, same process we followed with the rest of the sword. Depress with the pencil, drawing over all those lines, and make a note there of the dashed lines. And then draw out all those lines, including the dashed lines. Pluck out the ornaments. Cut and pluck out the ornaments. And only cut through the top layer of paper when you're cutting it out, only the top layer of paper on those dashed lines. You'll see why, because we're going to fold this pommel. Watch. See the dashed lines? There are 3 of them. Now you can fold the pommel to make this little kind of like box structure that will go right on the sword. So glue it on, glue it down right about here. I'll show you. So it looks good. Right about like that. And once the glue is holding, you fold it under and glue the remainder of it together. Like that. Very good. So now let's paint it. We're going to get a good look out of this thing. Paint the whole thing black except for the handle. No need to paint the handle black. But you paint the blade, the guard. Make sure you get into the details. And the pommel. And then we do a technique called dry brushing. Get silver paint on your brush and then dab most of it off like this. You actually want your brush to be dry. That's why it's called dry brushing. And you'll get a quick feel for this in no time at all. If you watch my videos, you know how to do this already. And then lightly swipe over your sword, and what happens is only some of the paint gets on there, and it looks really, gives it a really good look. This is at about 500 speed to give you a sense for what happens. See it? Look, doesn't that look good? That's it. Do the guard. And the pommel. So that's that. Let's finish this sword off by doing the handle. And I accentuated the pommel there a little bit with a lot of extra silver. Now the handle, mix up some brown paint with some red paint, about 4-to-1, roughly, something like that. You can experiment. And then paint it, and you're done. And I needed 2 coats of paint for the handle, but that's okay. I really love this color. Once it dries, it looks really good. Now remember, if you make this sword, send me a picture. I will put it on my website and send you a certificate of contribution. I really like this sword. I'm thinking about making the two-handed steel sword. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. I always have lots of fun and interesting and very creative projects. I do 2 new ones every week. As an example, here's a couple more videos you might want to watch.